of the best places to find some inspiration for magical places is in the garden. I'm looking in my front garden at the moment. There's all sorts of hidden places in gardens where you can find all sorts of magical things. Even places like under the camellia where all the blossoms have fallen down could have little creatures cleaning up the blossoms, taking them away in little wheelbarrows. There's all sorts of things that could be happening. What you really need to do is put some sort of bluebell perfume or bluebell essence, because the smell around here at the moment is amazing. These are obviously English bluebells. We even have little visitors in the garden today. If you stick around long enough in the garden, you get all sorts of visitors coming joining you. This is one of my favourite plants, the lady's mantle. Look at the way the drops of water just land on the leaves. They sit on the leaves. Look at that. There's definitely something magical about that. See you later, Mr. B. Might be Mrs. B. I don't know. There's a few plants at this time of year that are intriguing me and making me feel as though something magical could be happening. Look at this. With the fern unfurling, there's holes behind plants around here. Who could be hiding in there? And then we've got whole rows of bluebells. That is probably a really good inspiration, because at the moment I've got them all out, they're all looking amazing, and bluebells don't last long. I think today's going to be a bluebells kind of day. Time to get set up. Sat here next to the bluebells with the main road in the background. I really don't think I'm going to be getting the main road in. Yeah, that'll be nice. Think, yeah, like that sort of area. Just using a board today rather than a canvas. Paints being used today are cadmium yellow, ultramarine, titanium white, raw umber, crimson, and this one I only use it when necessary. This one that I'm going to be using in bits of the heather is magenta. First I'm going to plan it out. These are going to be the main stars of the show. As I say, all I'm doing is plan it out. Then, behind there, sort of round about here, we have the heather. So there'll be the pink of the heather. And then these blues on top of the pink. Oh yeah. And then we'll have some in the foreground. So it's just going to disappear that way. We've got a hazy light today. I haven't got any direct sunlight, which doesn't bother me too much. And as we get further back, we've got smaller ones. Every time I paint and I think of things getting smaller as they get further away, I think of Father Ted and Dougal when he says, when he doesn't understand whether the cow is small or far away. And that's all I get in my head then. Small, far away. Small, far away. Love it. Yeah, I am going to put the gate posts here, because there's a lovely part that happens up here where the gate post is really dark down here, and then over the top of it are some lighter coloured bluebells, and it works. So that's what I'm going to do. I love playing with lights on darks. All I'm doing for green in this is different parts of cadmium yellow and ultramarine. But I don't want it to be just gatepost, path, and then all this plant here. I need to get some structure down here as well. So I think just up here we've got the laurels in the background. And I think if I just hint at the wall behind there, again, all I'm doing at the moment is planning out the painting. So now you've got a structure, a wall, a post, gate, post. That's going to be really dark behind that post where path, and then there's some really nice white rocks, which again have got that grey purple in them, so that's really good for a bit of structure coming around here. And then we've got there's another grey in between those. And then you've got the heatheral structure there, path there, bluebells, laurel, under the plants, more bluebells. But in that corner, bluebell leaves. The bluebell leaves, right, that's what I'm gonna get in now, is the direction of the bluebell leaves. So let's get those in. I'm going to paint it from back to front now. Bit more detail put in the background. I'm going to use a pale wash, or pale glaze, sorry, because it's not a wash, it's a glaze. Pale glaze, just to sit that back further than the rest of the painting, and I'll be doing that all the way through. I can't believe it's such a lovely day. It's a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be. And the smell is amazing. As bluebell smell, not me. I've got a little bit of purpley grey mixed in with the medium gloss, or the gloss medium, sorry. I'm just going to knock that back. I'll leave that to dry for a bit. That's a bit drier now, so I'm going to do the next layer in depth. Well, it's in structural things like walls, gates, paths and rocks that you can get some movement going. So I'm going to be looking at that path, the lie of that path going round to bring everything back in again. I wanted to put the path in first before I started doing the plants, because a lot of the leaves are going to actually overflow onto the path. So instead of painting round them later with the path, they'll go over the top of it. let that section dry again. Then put one other glaze over it. Right, there's that bit done. We're going to work on the big bunch of bluebells at the back now. So a couple of things I've picked out here, the rocks and also a little bit of a different plant here, the lady's mantle, just to give a bit of depth and shape to that leading edge. Now I've got the leaves in, I'm going to put the bluebell flowers in. Heather time next. This lovely area here. So I'll do the background first, the dark colour, and then pick out those pink flowers. Okay, I've done the dark background of the heather. I'm going to start with the darker of the flower colours, and then work my way to the highlights, working in some shadows as well. Definitely looking at the structure of the heather. Once that bit is done, I've then set the stage for the main characters of the painting, which are going to be those bluebell type characters who are all nodding in chorus. Now, putting the shadows in with a bit of the crimson.
Have you got a nice stone you can use?
The floor.
The floor.
Thank you, Barbara.
Okay. Don't put your brush in it.
Won't. I got completely lost in my own little world before when you said, do you want a coffee? It was like, snap out of it. Oh my gosh. Scared the life out of me.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to have some bluebell creatures
Yeah.
here.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. It's
Nice.
really nice. Just painting the bluebells and the bluebell leaves coming through the heather now. Okay, so after all this time, I've done the green and the bluebells in the background, and this is basically the background done. Now I'm going to be doing the main part of the painting. Because the bluebells are actually going to be over the top of this, I'm going to paint them in white first to make a good base for the colour that's going on top, because acrylic does get affected by the colour that's underneath, so I'm going to paint them white first. Here they are. Oh, here's one of them. And then I'm going to have a bigger one here, I think. And then another one here. So I'll put the 3 characters in place now, 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to carry on painting down into this corner a bit more, and then I'm going to start giving these a bit more definition and a bit more character and bring them to life. I think that's as far as I'm going to be able to go without these on. This is the problem I've had. Put them on, I can see here, but I can't see over there. Take them off, I can see over there, but I can't see detail here. Varifocals maybe, but I'll wait till I've had the other eye in the next couple of weeks. Starting to add a bit more detail now, bring them up. I think I'm going to call these bluebell conductors. Oh, little bluebells, oh baby. There's some dark clouds coming in. It's been horrendous weather last week, and it's not going to get any better next week or this weekend, so I jumped out this morning. I just hope the rain stays off before I can finish it. I'm just going to lift this off while I paint this bit here underneath. The worst thing about having one of these easels is there's always the little bits under here. You might have to find a new one. Spots of rain on the floor. There's only one thing to do. Drink coffee. Notice how I'm running in and out of the rain. Definitely starting to rain now, but it's light behind there, so it's just a shower. I'll see how I get on. So the last thing I'm going to put in is the stems of the bluebells, and I think it's just in time. It's getting worse now. There we go. Last little adjustments made, and here we have the bluebell conductors. only one thing to do now.